All right, so we're outside now. Most of us only have one system. Paul has two. You can see clearly that he has two separate drain lines. I wanted to talk about this first because we mentioned it while we were looking at the air handler. If you do need to suck out your drain line, typically they don't glue one of these fittings. Like here, look at this, that's not glued, see? So you can pull that off, stick your shop vac hose right over that, make a good seal with your hand or a wet rag, and just let it rip for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then like I spoke of upstairs, add some more water and make sure that when you pull that hose off, you can see that water. Or if a person up there standing with, say, a gallon of water in that funnel, they could just pour it, and then you could verify that you're getting good drainage because you'll see that water coming right out of the top of that there. So that's just to mention that. All right, now, if your air conditioning thermostat is on and everything's lit up and you know how your thermostat works, you use it every day, right? And by your reckoning, it should be running. If we come out here and it's been on for more than 10 minutes inside, this machine should be running. Without this machine, there is no cooling. This is your condenser. If this doesn't run, you will not cool in any way, shape, or form, period. So, for all practical purposes, this is the most important part of your air conditioning system, and this is where most of the problems do occur if they need service attention. Things we can verify. If it's running, like you see the fan spinning and there's air coming out of the top, some questions you can ask yourself: is that air warm? If the air is warm, then it's doing something. It's cooling to some degree because that's how it works. It works on a heat exchange principle. So, but if that air is the same temperature as the air around you, which may be warm if it's August and you're out here and it's 100 degrees, but if it's not warmer than the air around it, most likely the compressor's not running. There's a couple other things. These are the same tubes that are hooked up inside. These refrigeration tubes are copper. This one should always be close to warm but never hot, and this one should at least be cool to the touch. Usually it's sweating depending on the weather. You know, if there's a lot of humidity in the air, obviously it's going to sweat pretty easy. But if those are just both the same temperature and you don't feel any vibration, like it's kind of like a water pipe, you know, and the way it feels when there's water moving through it. I don't know if you've ever touched a water pipe working on some plumbing or something, you know, while someone's using the kitchen sink. You can feel the movement of liquid through those pipes. In this case, it's Freon, you know, and you can kind of feel it if the machine is pumping at capacity. Now, if you come out here and anything isn't working, this is where we get into that part where it's dangerous for me to tell you too much, because now we're gonna have to start dealing with some high voltage here, you know? Because if this thing isn't working, we gotta get in it and see why isn't it working. And sometimes it is simple, and we're gonna plan a set of videos for that, you know, that goes into, you know, repairs that a homeowner can do without specialized air conditioning tools, you know? And we do intend to educate y'all some with that, you know, even though it's going to take business away from me. But, you know, we do know that there are those of you out there that are going to do it no matter what. So I'd rather give you the right information so that when you do call me, hopefully you haven't destroyed anything beyond repair, you know? So we're going to try and educate you and help you with the things that we can. But for now, for the basic homeowner, if this machine isn't running when you come out here, and the only other point of connectivity you can really test is right here, all right? And you can see that these are labeled AC 2 and 3. There used to be a number 1 air conditioning, but Paul remodeled and took it out. So he's only got the 2, and one corresponds to this machine and the other one corresponds to that machine. The only thing you can do is, just like the inside breakers, turn them off and reset them. Wait 5 to 10 minutes. If this machine doesn't come on, it's time to call somebody. So that's about all I got to tell you for now. There are some other videos we want to do in the future, like I mentioned, and we're going to get into some more technical stuff at that point. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Chuck with World Class Air Conditioning. Have a great day and stay cool.